This episode of Off My Shelf contains coarse language and adult conversation. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, my name is Tracy James, and welcome to Off My Shelf, a podcast about movies that are, well, off my shelf, where we go through my DVDs and talk about the movies in my collection. In this episode, it's another Twitch takeover. I've taken over the Erika and Glasses stream to record this episode live, where we'll be talking about the movies Half-Baked and Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, while we take questions and comments. Welcome!
Hi!
So, the movies this week are very high on my list of comedies that I enjoy watching. As Erika makes faces at me.
They are... So I just want to preface this by saying...
Okay.
I watched both movies twice.
Okay.
I have a total of 5 notes for both movies.
Seriously?
I have a total of 5 notes for both movies, and I watched them both twice.
Wow, I have more notes than you.
That's why I'm like, like this is gonna be a short podcast, guys. We're gonna talk about nothing about the movies at all, either or.
Well, actually, half of my notes for both of these movies is the fact that they were both filmed in and around Toronto.
Oh.
And I was picking out locations. And I was
didn't know that.
I know where that is. I know where that is.
Well, now I'm gonna have to go watch them again. You should have texted me that part.
I really thought you would have noticed, because as soon as you see the big, especially in Half-Baked where they show the big Sam the Record Man sign.
I must have missed that part.
What?
In my whole days of... Why did I sign up for... Did I even sign up for these ones, or did you just stick me on them? Which is totally fine if you did.
I stuck you on them.
Yeah, okay. I was like, I don't think... I mean, I've got a White Castle story to share, but I don't think I would have put myself on. I was not playing Minecraft Queen. I was working. But I watched both of them while working. And I watched one on my lunch hour today. I watched one on my lunch. Well, part of it.
I have seen both of these movies many times. I have not watched either of these movies within the last, maybe 2 or 3 years. So it was kind of fun going over them again. And they have both aged not horribly, but I actually think Harold and Kumar has aged worse than Half-Baked, to be honest.
I think neither of them aged well.
Oh, okay.
I actually would say I still prefer Harold and Kumar over Half-Baked.
Okay.
I didn't like Half-Baked at all.
You didn't like... Okay.
No.
Well, let's just start talking about Half-Baked then. So the movie came out in, 1998?
Uh-huh.
It's, of course, right on the heels of Dave Chappelle's The Chappelle Show popularity at that point in time. And he gets to put out a movie that has a whole bunch of his friends and famous names that he knows in it. And...
Got a question. Yeah. Got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Nacho wants to know if you were stoned first.
While watching
who's your... Wait, to both of us? I wasn't. I was working, Nacho. You can't be stoned and work. My company made me sign an agreement that I wouldn't do that.
I was not stoned watching either of these movies.
Would they have been better if I was? I don't think they would have been better. The way I react to weed, I don't think they would have been better.
I don't know if I think I would have liked them better. Actually, no, I think I would have laughed more a little bit, but then been very tired close to the end and missed the ending.
When I watch old movies, some jokes aren't so funny. Yeah, that's that's how I felt watching them. I was just like, oh. Well, okay, so I liked Harold and Kumar better than Half-Baked, but then there was definitely things in Harold and Kumar that I was just like, ooh.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that hurt me. I think that's a requirement for watching these. Well, I guess I'll have to watch them another time. But your company is boring. No, because we're allowed to drink alcohol while working. We just can't be high while working. It really makes no sense to me whatsoever. Because I can get drunk at 9 a.m., but that's fine.
No, I don't think they expect you to be drunk.
They didn't say I couldn't be.
Oh, that's true. They have to be more specific. I get it.
Yeah. And I mean, I work in a department where back in the office, all of our drawers are full of alcohol. Not full, but like a lot of us have bottles of alcohol in our desk drawers. It's marketing. It's what you do. It's Mad Men. It's marketing. So
yeah, but that means you're supposed to have like those crystal decanters with your scotch in it, little glasses and stuff. That's what you got to do.
No, we have tiny mugs that the parent company gave us that have the parent company's logo on them, and we just put them in there.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was filmed in Toronto. Other than Sam recommended, that was on Yonge Street, right?
It's on Yonge Street.
It was Yonge and Dundas.
Right? Yeah. Well, okay. So that scene, you have the guy coming out of a store, which is actually the pizza that was across the street from it, which is a pizza I went to many times, where he feeds the horse and kills the horse.
That was my second.
So there's that there. Then there's when they're walking around like Chinatown, that's on Spadina. The ice cream shop he takes Mary Jane to, for example, that's just north of St. Clair West. I believe it's on. I think it's.
Is it still
St. Clair West?
Is it still there?
I believe so, but I don't know because of the pandemic. I really should have looked up the ice cream store, because it's one of those places that is only open in the summer and has really weird hours. It's open from like 10 to 3 or something like that. So during the week, it's impossible to get any ice cream there. And then when you can get ice cream, there's a ridiculous lineup. So every time I passed it, it was either closed or the lineup was like around the block. And I'm like, I'm not waiting. It's fine. I'll have like, Dairy Queen or something, whatever. But I always wanted to go in there because apparently it's amazing.
I'm trying to find it, but you can't easily Google it.
Let's see. I Googled St. Clair West and Bathurst. I'm like 90% sure it's in that area.
Oh, I was looking at filming locations.
Yeah, no, I don't think they'll have addresses, but I don't think they'll have like the name of the place. It's actually like a bit of a Toronto.
This movie was filmed in Toronto in 1997.
Even the building that he was working at.
Oh, is that the BCE place?
Yeah, it's not. Oh, wait. Okay, I found the corner. It's gone.
Oh.
The building is for sale.
Oh.
I found it on Google Maps this time.
Aww.
It's St. Clair West and Vaughan Road.
Oh, but it's gone anyways.
Yeah. It's on the Google Maps thing. It's like, you see the front door and it says, danger, for sale, hard hat required in this area. So.
Oh, so they must have
I don't know what it's called anymore.
They must have recently closed during the pandemic then.
Maybe. Which is kind of sad. It was a pretty popular destination.
Let's buy the building with tears. Can we buy the building with tears? I can't cry though, so like, I can't give any tears to this.
Well, you can just drop water on your face and then turn.
Oh
around
yeah.
Like,
yeah. Actually, if I think about a dog dying, I can probably cry.
Oh, dog's dying. Oh, I watched I Am Legend on the weekend, and the scene where the dog dies came on, and I was just like, no. I don't like this scene. I can't watch this scene. This scene frustrates me. Despite the fact a lot of other people die in the movie. Well, actually, not that many people die now that I think about it. Except in like his flashbacks, quite a few people die. But yeah, the dog dies and I lose it.
I watched that new zombie movie that's on Netflix. Don't ask me what it's called.
Okay.
I don't remember. I was
Yeah, it's the Zack Snyder movie that's like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah. I didn't cry when they showed the dead animals, but I was very unhappy with it. They have zombie animals.
They have like a zombie tiger or something. It was in the trailer.
Yeah, they have a zombie tiger, and I saw they have recorded the tiger's face, and it's a man in a green screen jump like bodysuit who's just like moving his head like this. And I'm like, oh, so that's how you got it. Okay. All right.
I have to admit, like, when they show those green screen shots, especially in, like, those, like, superhero movies or, like, Game of Thrones and stuff,
Yeah.
they're like, you guys are really good actors, because I don't think I could have done it with, like, a man in a green suit and I have to pet him. Like, it's weird.
Oh, like Harry
really
Potter
weird.
when they showed him with Dobby in his room, and it's just like, it's a tennis ball. He's just interacting with a tennis ball on a stick. And I'm like, how?
Yeah.
So we're doing a Blair Witch style. Great, Kathy. Thank you so much. I will provide you ice cream if you cry for me. The movie wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was better than Shadow and Bones. I will tell you that. That is my feelings. It was better than Shadow and Bones. And I was trying to find merch from it because I really wanted the girl's volunteer tank top. But I could not successfully find merch for that movie. I really hope they make it because I want her volunteer quarantine t-shirt. I want it. I want it. I'll make it myself.
The movie, by the way, the movie's called Army of the Dead.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is. That's what it's called.
I did see a thing today. They are doing a sequel.
Ooh, yeah, because they really leave it hanging. They really leave it hanging. Why are you talking about those movies? Because we always tangent. Queen, is this your first time listening to me on this podcast? We tangent. My only things about Half Baked are, was this even scripted? And oh my God, the horse had diabetes. That's it. That's all I got for this movie. And I watched it twice.
I still don't understand how you didn't pick out the fact that it was filmed in Toronto, because the locations are so clear and so specific.
Do you want to know why? Because I was a child when Sam the Record Man was here. And I don't know the ice cream shop because I was a child when I lived in the city. When I lived in the city, I lived at Harbourfront, and we never left Harbourfront because Harbourfront's the weird community of Toronto where people that live there don't usually go out of that area.
That is very true.
This is where I live. I do not venture. We have a Rabba and an ice cream store. We did have our own ice cream store. We should go get ice cream and sit by the lake.
I mean, it's nice.
I thought that was the floor from the BCE place, but then again, I was just like, nah, it's not. There's gotta be other buildings that have that floor.
So yes, Queen Shatine. There's so many tangents on every single episode of my podcast. It's kind of unbelievable. Like, the whole thing about my podcast is, like, yes, I go through the movies in my collection, but really it's about, we watch the movies, we talk about the movies, but they're really a catalyst for other conversations. I mean, sometimes they get serious, sometimes they're silly, but, like, most of the time, it's just a lot of fun. Because, I mean, like, I've had episodes where we talk about movies and it ends up about, like, adoption rights, you know, or we have episodes where we're just like, oh, it's a war film, and we end up talking about, like, gummy bears. Like, it's just wherever the conversation goes. And I think it happens because I talk to my friends, and it's just, like, sitting around, hanging out in the afternoon with people that you know well and having a stupid conversation. Like, and it's fun.
You don't know me at all.
I don't know you at all?
I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. It's been a while. Tears.
Somebody's barbecuing. Sorry.
That's yes.
My distractions. Also, she's talking to somebody with ADHD. Like, tangent. When we were at the cottage, I was talking to Tracy's mom about something. Couldn't even tell you what it was. And I, like, looked over to point at something in the kitchen and saw s'mores. And I was like, oh, s'mores! Don't remember what we were talking about. I was just, like, completely, like, we were having a lovely conversation at the dinner table because we eat. And then we sit at the dinner table and hang out before we do our dishes. And then I was just like, oh, s'mores! Look at that. There's s'mores.
I'm sorry. He is writing the lyrics to the Enterprise theme, and it's distracting.
We're not there yet. We are not that time of the stream podcast yet where we switch to that topic.
We'll be getting back to it. I promise.
We will get there at some point. Just making fun of you. Dawn, I'm conscious. I'm not. So I watched it twice because I watched it. And then Tracy, not you, Tracy, the other Tracy, made a comment about when the guy was quitting and he was like, fuck you, nah, you're cool, fuck you. And she said it was from Half Baked, and I was like, is it? So then I tried to watch it again, and I still...
You didn't even... That's like one of the best scenes in the movie, because everybody wants to be able to do that at some point in time. Like, quit the worst job ever with people, burn every bridge, and be like, fuck you, pick out the one cool guy, you're cool, fuck you, just walk out.
So
everybody wants to do that.
So I wanted to do that, and I planned to do that, and it was literally going to be a fuck you, no, you're cool, and then the fuck you didn't come. He just went to Florida on my last day anyways. My boss took off. My last week of work, my boss left. He was like, nah, man, I'm just going to go to the Florida house for a week. And I'm like, why am I here?
Yeah, why did you go to work that day? Wasted time. No point.
No point. Get it. The cool person took me for lunch, though.
That's good. That is very good. It's a hard time.
I did enjoy Before the Horse Died, though. I did enjoy the cop horse, because I love cop horses. I love them. Love them.
Why specifically cop horses?
Don't know. Couldn't tell you, because I'm terrified of horses.
Oh.
But I love it. I love cop dogs, too. I love any animal in uniform. Just not men. Sorry. I mean, I do. But, like, I just had to say that. Actually, Erika makes no sense. I know. I'm terrified of horses. But I love them. I once saw a cop on a horse pull a car over. And I'm just fascinated by them. Like, he pulled a speeding car over. And he's on a horse. And he's just, like, on his horse looking down at the man in the car, being like, can I see your license and registration? And he's, like, way up here, and the car's down here.
Yeah, that's a power move, I think.
I love it.
He's like, I'm above you. You gotta do what I say. That's it. Yeah.
And whenever we used to go to games at Rico Coliseum, that's where the cop horses are stored. Not at the Coliseum, but, like, there are barns next door to it. Yeah. And you decide to take action, nobody cares. Exactly. He didn't show. I had a whole thing where it was like, you made me cry for the last 5 years of my life. You suck. And then he was just like, I'm going to go to Florida. Take Erika for lunch. I was like, thank you.
Apparently Tim had a very similar experience of
Was it on King West? King and is that Street Spadina that I'm thinking of? I think so. King and Spadina. Was it King and Spadina? There was lots of cop horses on King.
One thing that frustrates me about cop horses, though, is that regular people with a little dog have to stoop and scoop, yet you see these giant piles all over the street when the cop horses are out. I'm just like, you guys need to walk with a shovel, put that stuff in the garbage. Just get it out of the way. Thank you very much.
Yes. I understand. No, they don't have lights and sirens. And always say goodbye. I was kind of happy he didn't, because I'd hate him. And you have to avoid the horse poo. Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean knows what we're talking about. It's crazy.
There's always cop horses at the McDonald's at Bathurst and Dundas. Is that the McDonald's that's in the Dundas subway station? The Dundas West. No, wait, that's Dundas West. Subway station that has the McDonald's? There's a no left during rush hour near my old office, and the mounted cops are always there. Yeah, that's like at King West too. There's the no left. There's a no left turn.
Yeah, those are like easy pullovers, because they're just like, you're holding up traffic, and you're just like, okay, just let me go instead of giving me a ticket. Sorry, didn't notice.
I love that Duff just goes no, and I'm like, okay, well, what subway station has the McDonald's?
Yeah, Dundas West is the one that has the McDonald's on the inside.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, a friend of mine used to live in that area, and every time I went there, like, I'm not a huge McDonald's fan or anything, but I'd get out of the subway and I'm like, well, I guess I gotta buy fries. Like, it was just a thing.
I have no reason for being in that station ever, but I remember buying McDonald's from it. The St. Clair West station? The St. Clair station doesn't have the McDonald's in it. You have to go outside to get the McDonald's. But the Dundas West one's literally in the turnstiles. Like, it's in.
Yeah, there's
inside.
There's a side before the turnstile, and there's a side after the turnstile.
Yeah.
So you don't have to leave the subway
Dundas
for it.
and Bathurst is by the hospital. There's also a subway station on the east end of the Green Line, I think, that has a Tim Hortons inside it. That has the same. There's a window on each side, and it's just a Timmy's.
Love it.
Yeah. That'd be exactly where I'd want to go if I was half-baked and hungry, because then you don't have to leave the subway station. You can still take the subway. You don't have to re-spend your money.
Yeah. So what's your go-to munchie then?
Pierogies.
Pierogies?
Sorry. Is there a walk-through instead of a drive-through? There's a walk-up. There's a walk-up window. Please have
like the famous Spadina one, walk-up window.
Yeah. No, Kathy, that's the same. We're not thrilled about the cops. We're just excited about the horse. It's just the horse that we're excited about. It just so happens that there's a cop on it.
Hey, you're standing somewhere, all of a sudden you hear just the clip clop, and you're like, the whole crowd
Pretty
just
much
turns around, and they're like, it's a horse, and people just lose their shit. It's great.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. My mom was driving me to pick something up, and I was just like, you hear the clip clops, and we're like, cops on horses.
So Queen wants to know what Half-Baked is about. Can you describe what Half-Baked is about, Erika?
But Tim's here for the snack discourse. Half-Baked is about these group of friends. There's 4 of them. One guy kills a cop horse, goes to jail. The others try to figure out how to get him out of jail, and their only thought process for it is to sell weed to get him out of jail, because one can steal weed from where he works. So then they do that. But then the one main dude meets this girl named Mary Jane who doesn't want him to do drugs anymore because her dad's in jail for selling weed. So he says, oh, I won't do it anymore. He still does it. And then the drug lord, who's Samuel L. Jackson?
No. What?
Oh, fuck.
Samson.
What? Who plays him?
Okay, he's played by Clarence Williams III.
The one I'm
he looks
thinking
nothing
about?
he looks nothing like Sam Jackson. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I pictured him and his hair like that. He's got like the 60s, the 80s hair like that in another movie.
He has big hair like that in Unbreakable and in Glass.
For somebody that was only half watching the movie both times she saw it, I'm okay that I thought it was.
You're doing pretty good.
Plus, it would have been cool if it was.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work.
Yeah. Because in The Matrix, they're all just half-baked anyways. That's all The Matrix really is. No, I did not confuse Dave Chappelle with Samuel L. Jackson. I confused Clarence Williams III with Samuel L. Jackson.
Sam Jackson, yes.
And then in the end, their jail friend drops the soap anyways. No, he doesn't, because he's a bitch in jail. So,
but he does drop the soap.
He does drop the soap. Oh my god, I watched that scene when he drops the soap, and I'm like, because you hear it like hit, and it like slow motion hits, and like goes across the floor, and then everyone just stops what they're doing, and I was like, oh, buddy. Also, that's not how you pick up soap when you drop it. You squat down. You don't bend over.
No, okay. As a lady, we know to squat. Men don't squat.
Oh my
bend
god,
over.
no.
That's just how it works.
No,
we were taught at a young age to do that because like we wear skirts and
Dresses.
You don't want to flash everybody, right? So you squat. So we know that. Guys don't have to worry about that.
You bend over when you're trying to be sexy about your outfit. That's when you bend over. But like
it's called the bend and snap.
Yeah, the bend and snap.
Yeah.
But otherwise you squat, people.
Yeah.
Guys, if any of you are going to jail ever, squat in the shower. Don't bend over.
Also, it was soap on a rope. He really should have just had that rope around his wrist. He would not have had this problem.
That too. It dropped him on a rope, and I'm like, why is it not wrapped around your arm, you sir?
I think it's his first time in prison.
That was not his first.
What he does.
That was not his first shower.
Well, no. But if you're a pothead who showers and likes to use your soap as a microphone and karaoke with it,
I feel like you should still have it on your arm, though.
I agree with you. I do agree with you.
Did I miss any main points from the movie? I feel like I had a pretty good description of it.
Well, at the end of the movie, they're also recruited by the FDA to bring down Samson.
Yeah, but then the FDA peeps get high and aren't there to help them. That I was playing Minecraft while watching that part. Because I remember watching and I was like, I was cutting down, I was cleaning up some dirt. And I was like, what is happening over here in this movie again? That I'm watching again for the second time. Oh, the FDA peeps are a little high themselves. Okay, well, what was their word? Abracadabra?
Yes, it was abracadabra. That's correct.
See?
You remembered one.
See? Just because I don't have any notes doesn't mean I didn't watch the movie. It just, there was nothing that I felt the need to write down.
Yeah.
I did like it was Tommy Chong, though.
Tommy Chong. Yeah, well, he was in there, but what do you mean you felt it was Tommy Chong?
No, I said that I liked that he was in it.
Oh, yes. But so was, who else was in there? Tracy Morgan, Willie Nelson, Jon Stewart, Bob Saget,
I called Woody Nelson on the weekend. Because my brain wasn't thinking. I was probably already like a bottle of wine in. And I was talking about that he's in the new Venom 2 movie. And then you don't see his face for most of the trailer. You just hear him. And I like could not place who it was. And then they show you him. And I'm like, that's not him. Because he does not look like him at all. If you haven't seen the trailer, guys, I posted it in my Discord. In the Books, Movies, TV channel. But I was wrong. Yeah, they are both big stoners.
I mean, everybody who shows up in the movie is well known for being stoners, so...
Oh, her name was Mary Jane Potman.
Yes.
I didn't know.
What's her character name?
I didn't know her
because
last name
her
was
dad
Potman.
went to prison for selling marijuana. So...
Yeah, I remember that.
What else?
Oh, what's your go-to... Wait, no, wait. What's your go-to food? I said mine, and then we got sidetracked. Because Queen wanted the description of the movie.
Oh, munchies? Anything that is, like, candy.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Like, especially, like, Skittles and, like, gummy bears. Oh my God. And then, like, like, peanut M&Ms, especially. Woo! That's the good stuff right there.
Yeah, see, I don't keep that stuff in my house. So, I think that's why my munchies is pierogies.
As I sit here eating gummy bears. Oh.
I don't have anything. I got a thing of cat food, cat treats beside me.
No, one thing I realized is that if I have a craving for something and I don't have it, I will gorge on it when I get it. So like if I have a craving for gummy bears and I don't have it, I'll go out, buy gummy bears, and eat like 3 bags of gummy bears in a sitting. Horrible.
What
right?
do you mean that's a lie? What do I have in my house that's... Oh, I guess I do have some things, but like... I have a snack bin, but they're not really like candy.
It doesn't have to be candy to
be
a snack.
Is there candy in my snack bin?
Do you like crackers? Do you have cookies? Do you have chips? Do you have, like, there's all sorts of stuff.
Whole snack bin. Yeah, but they're not things that I get like the munchies for. Like I've got 6 containers of Oreos. But I don't eat them.
Oreos aren't that great. So
Oreos are the best. You can shove your face. Instead, Erika likes to boil and then pan fry some pierogies. I don't know, man. At one point, I ate like 20 in one night in 2 different sittings. No, 3 different sittings.
Well, I mean, as you know, throughout this whole pandemic, if I get a craving for something, I just make it. Like, I once at like 3 a.m, I handmade onion rings. It took like 2 hours. The sun was coming up by the time I was eating it, but whatevs. It's fine.
Ashley, what's your favorite Oreo flavor? I had birthday cake Oreos over the weekend. So good. They were so good. So good. Tim, I primarily only eat things that allow me to put sour cream on them. Also real upset that my sour cream was not good. I had taco salad for lunch. My sour cream was not. Nope.
Wait, as in it went bad?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It went bad. It went bad. They tasted like Dunkers. They did taste like Dunkers. I forgot about that. Plain is the best. Like the originals or like the vanilla, the golden ones. I love the golden ones. You have a friend that lives down the hall, right? In relation to could provide me with sour cream or wants cookies.
Probably both.
Vanilla Oreos because they're the old. I love Girl Guide cookies. I thought you might have had sour cream. Oh, no mint thins.
What are you talking about? Thin mints are delicious.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, they're amazing.
No. The chocolate, the one you get the chocolate and the vanilla cookies, and you put them in the freezer. They're so good frozen. How dare you? Look, we're all allowed to have our own like of cookies, but Trey is wrong about Oreos being terrible because they're the best. The best.
But one interesting thing I found out about Oreos is that Oreos were actually a knockoff brand of an original cookie.
We talked about this on Wine Night.
Popular.
We talked about it on Wine Night. Yeah, I brought this up on Wine Night when I lived in my old place, and I have like 6 different versions of Oreos. Like they're not all like, I think I got Cinnabon and chocolate peanut butter. We talked about it on Wine Night that they're a knockoff of another brand that sounds like a cleaning product. Yeah, and so everybody was buying the Oreo ones instead of the cleaning product one.
And so they became more popular, and they apparently took over the world by lying to people about their deliciousness.
And they got sued a couple times.
Did they get sued? I didn't know
they got sued by the chemical name ones.
Mm-hmm. Well, that makes sense. I mean, like, they took their product and is making more money off of it. So I guess, they're trying to reap some benefit from the thing they created that was stolen from them. Yeah, Queen, you come here and you learn things. Knowledge. You're welcome.
I'm lying because I just realized that I don't have closed captions on. And Queen was all like, tangents? Why aren't you talking about the movie? Because we teach you things.
We do. You really do. You're welcome. What else?
The cookie, it was an imitation of the. Do you want to know what the cookie was called? It was called Hydrex. Yeah. Hydrex. That's what the cookie was called. The cookie that they copied was called Hydrex, and it was introduced in 1908. And Oreo
I definitely
came in 1912.
would not want to eat that cookie.
No. Oh God, they use a terrible font on their packaging. Are they still around?
It was 1908. You can give them a little bit of leeway.
They were removed from the, wait, hold on. They were purchased in 1996. And then they were put back on the market called Drexy's. And then Drexy's was removed from the market, and now they're coming back. They're coming back.
I'm sorry, Queen. That title is a little too long. It needs to make it slightly snappier.
Time Erika didn't help to give me. She loves this podcast content.
It's beautiful. It's wonderful.
This is what happens when she puts me on movies I don't request to be on.
Yeah, but it also kind of helps you expand your mind and see new things.
I've seen them already.
Yeah, that's fine. So, hold on. I just want to say, okay, going back to the movie, there's a couple of things I want to bring up that I found very interesting that I hadn't noticed before.
Okay.
So, one of them was... Oh, God.
Drugs expand your mind.
They do expand your mind.
Thank you, Duff.
So there's the part where Chappelle goes and gets the weed for the doctor, the scientist, and the scientist gives him a little bit. And he's like, if you want a test subject, let me know. My grandfather was in the Tuskegee experiments. And at first I laughed at it, but then I thought about what that means. And that is such a dark and incredibly twisted thing to put in a comedy. But also, I think that is what Chappelle does, is makes brings to the forefront how horrible our history, or North American history is, and what it's done to people.
Oh God, don't get me started on North American history.
So to be clear, the Tuskegee experiments was an experiment done unknowingly to the black male population in the U.S., where they were given, I believe it was syphilis, and they were told they were being treated for things, and they weren't, and these people were essentially tortured, like without any recourse. Is what it was. So the fact that he brings up so lightly in such a ridiculous way, I thought was very funny. That was very dark.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and many were sterilized. You are correct.
It's just like toss it. I thought it was funny.
No, it's just the context and how he says it, how it's done. There's a way to make these things funny. Yes, it is. It's definitely juxtaposed.
Yeah.
But the other one I want to bring up is much funnier. And it's the scene where Chappelle walks in and they just bought Killer, like the dog and stuff, and he bought Jerry Garcia in a bag. And he's like, he told you not to spend money. And he's like, what are you talking about? You bought Mary Jane that pearl necklace. And he's like, you misunderstood the point of that story. And every time I hear that line, it makes me laugh so hard. Because it's so disgusting.
It's so disgusting.
But it's really, really funny.
Yeah. I perked up when that happened. I was like, what? What?
It's definitely one of those lines where you're just like, excuse me, what did you just say?
Like, sorry, can we rewind and go through this again? What?
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. But that's what I really like about this movie, is that they do throw in like a bunch of these like one-liners that you just can't go wrong with. Also, his bong names, they only put 2 out there, which was Billy Bong Thornton and Wesley Pipes, which I really enjoyed as well.
Can you buy them?
You can buy a bong and name them that yourself. Yes.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
Oh, I know.
They should have made merchandise, marketed it.
Oh my God.
They would have sold
1998
it.
They did. Totally
I
possible.
doubt it.
Merchandising.
For anybody interested, I have merch. I don't have a command that pulls it up though. But I did release a new T-shirt today.
Oh, you did?
I did. I released a T-shirt of the narwhal with glasses.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Wesley Pipes is my favorite.
It's a good one. And I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, can I think of any other ones that would be cool? And it was like,
I think you need to get high to think about them. I don't think that's something you could just think about.
That's true. But it's fun to think about stuff like that, whether you're high or sober.
Well, yeah. Anything that expands your mind. Spaceballs.
How about Angelina Bong Lee?
There you go.
That doesn't work really.
Why not?
Does that work?
I think it does.
Okay. I'll go with that one. Done.
I
did it.
I also support anything that you say and do. So maybe I'm not the best person to market things to.
You're like, that's perfect. Do it.
Oh, that sounds amazing. You're going to succeed at life. Good job, sir. And then you just crash and burn.
You think I am. Thank you.
Always. Always. There you go. Duff says it Duff works.
Okay, cool.
It's not just
sticking
me.
with it. I'm sticking with it.
It's not just me.
I like it. What else about this movie? I don't know. Oh, there is technically a Star Trek connection in this movie.
Okay, let's go there.
It's a 2 degrees of separation thing.
Uh-huh.
I'll give you this right now. So, there is Laura Silverman is in this movie.
Yes.
She plays the girl who gets fired from the record store and stuff and stays with them, answers the phone, all that kind of stuff. She is sister to Sarah Silverman.
Okay, that's what I thought so.
Is in the classic Voyager episode where they go back to the 1990s and she works at the planetarium. So there.
How long did it take you to dig for that one?
About 3 seconds.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
because, like, you already know who's in every episode?
In a lot of episodes, yes. Well, because I looked like, so the movie finished and the credits were going, and I was just like, huh, Silverman. I wonder if she's related to Sarah Silverman. And she was. And then I was like, boom. I know what episode that is.
Like,
It's
done.
fine.
Do you,
Yeah.
were there any others or just that one?
In this movie, that's the only one I noticed.
Tim, I feel like we all know the connection for the next one. And if
Yes.
we don't, maybe we should take a break and people should go watch the movie.
I think so too.
Or just Google it, guys. Just Google it.
No, don't Google it. You need to watch the movie. Watch it.
Watch
It's fun that way.
it. Is it?
Is that it? They play Batman music, which is great. Classic Batman fight scene music, which I kind of love.
I did really like, I don't know his character, the main character. I don't know, Dave Chappelle's not his character.
Thurgood Jenkins.
Yeah, I really liked how his outfit for going to rob the place to buy more weed was just wear his janitor uniform.
Yeah.
And it would have worked so well if he wasn't with his friend, I think. I feel like if they had, like, separated inside somewhere and he just, like, grabbed a mop, it might have worked. Well, no, I guess not, because they had video footage.
Yeah.
But I love that.
Well, that's the thing. As soon as they open the door and the alarm goes off, the security guards were just, like, watching him on the thing. But also his face wasn't obscured in any way, so they already knew who he was.
Yeah.
He's you know. Yeah. So everything was actually bad about their plan.
And then the other guy just became a mime.
Yeah. No, he wasn't a mime.
At the end of it, he was. When they're standing there, he's like...
But you do understand what the makeup is for and everything, right?
Yes, but I'm going with he was a mime.
He was a mime? Okay.
Yeah.
So you know about dead presidents?
Yeah. Okay. He was a mime, though. He was a mime.
He was a
I
mime.
don't care. I don't care. He was a mime. Got it? Got it?
Okay.
I don't
like the other guy just kept losing his sandals that he was wearing with socks. It's fine.
But also, like, he just, like, fell out of the sky?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he got away. Splat on the ground. I'm like, what?
They were probably just like, he's got to get arrested too. How do we make this work?
Mm.
And they were just like, okay, this is fine.
Yeah.
It was great. I don't know why you didn't find this movie funny.
Like, it had its moments, but, like, overall, I'm not gonna go watch it again.
You're gonna change your mind the next time.
Probably
partake.
probably not, because it's coming off Netflix on June 1st.
Okay. But it is on Crave, I think. Yeah, Crave, that's where I watched it. No, I watched it on DVD. Watched it on my DVD.
No, that's a lie. You watched it on
Later.
Crave, didn't you?
Look, I wasn't at home. I did not have direct access to my DVDs at the time, and I needed to watch it. So I slightly cheated.
Do you not have Netflix?
Netflix?
Oh. Well, why didn't you watch it on Netflix?
Because I had Crave open and it was there, so it made no difference.
Oh. Yeah, Tim knows where it's at. Tracy, it's also on your shelf.
Yeah, I like to prove to people I actually have these DVDs, because sometimes the movies are so weird and so obscure. They're just like, you don't own that. Yeah, I do.
Do you own toys?
I do not. Which
I probably ask you that like every single time we film.
You've asked me a couple of times about that movie. And I have also professed my love of that movie and my disappointment for not having that movie. Because it is a great movie to talk about.
So, I mean, you can't talk about it on your podcast because you don't own it. But when we're allowed to hang out again, if you want to come over and watch it, I own it.
Yeah. Or maybe I might do a Christmas episode and have that movie in it, because technically it is a Christmas movie.
Is it?
Boom. It is.
Is it really?
Because they're getting the toys ready for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
That's why they have to have the new line of toys out. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
it's such a weird, interesting movie.
I
It
probably
makes no sense. I don't know why I like it so much, but it's wonderful.
I'll lend it to you, but I probably won't do the Christmas episode.
What?
I haven't.
Okay, I watch it with you.
I've done it I've bailed the last two.
You did. That is very true.
Yeah.
Tisk, I tell you. It's so much fun.
I'm sorry if my social anxiety kicks in and I cannot partake in that.
Okay.
It's fine if people that watch me stream know that I think I'm an idiot because they just leave and I never have to talk to them again.
Yeah.
But I can't. I know your friends.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
Like,
it should be slightly easier.
They think I'm so cool, and then they're gonna be like, "Wow, she's an idiot."
Well, they're not. They're nice people. They'll never say it to your face.
They're just gonna
never say that.
They're just gonna like make faces. Do you guys do it on camera? Like with Zoom?
Yeah.
On? Yeah. See.
Yeah. Well, we only do it with Zoom on for the last one because, of course, pandemic. But everyone before that, we did it in person.
Oh right. Oh, that's even worse.
But I actually think in the future we're gonna keep doing it on Zoom because it was so much easier for like the audio and editing. Because when we're in a room together and everybody's talking at the same time, I'm like, well, I can't do anything about this now. There it is. It's just like this cacophony of noise. But it's a lot of fun, though. It is a lot of fun.
It sounds
actually,
like fun.
The Christmas episodes are actually the most popular episodes of my podcast. Like, my numbers just, like, double automatically on the Christmas episodes. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Cool. That's great. Okay, well, since you seem to be so unimpressed with Half-Baked, we could talk about Harold.
I mean, I only have 3 comments for that, but
oh, God.
Maybe more things will come to my head when we talk about it.
Yeah. Also filmed in Canada, in and around Toronto and the GTA, including like Caledon and Mississauga and stuff.
Ooh.
There's a couple of easily recognizable locations, for me at least.
But we don't have any White Castles.
The White Castle that they filmed at was in, where was it? It's in Castlemore or Vaughan or something, somewhere in there. That was a location that was in Canada that they filmed at.
I didn't think we ever had any White Castles.
We've only ever had one White Castle in Canada, and that's the one they filmed at. Yeah. Like, for example, the multiplex. So when they're looking for White Castle the first time and they look over in the multiplex, and then they look across the street to like the Big Burger or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That multiplex is a place I've been to many times. It's on Hurontario in the 403. Place is great. It's like a little mini mall. It's great.
Oh, there's a whole Real Toronto thing that talks about it. Sorry, I'm looking at it. Who is that guy?
Which guy?
You know that guy.
What?
The stoner friend. That does not narrow it down.
The donor friend. I
said stoner friend. I said stoner.
Like Kumar?
No, and then I said it doesn't narrow it down. His mom picks him up from jail at the end of the movie.
Oh, him! Yes. He is in a couple things. What is his real name? That is a good question.
Oh yeah, I was the Queen's. Oh, I've been to this Cineplex before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Burger Shack is actually Baker's Dozen on Kipling Road. The guy from Numbers. Yes. Yes, I think it's that guy. He's in Numbers. I think that's who I'm thinking of.
What's his real name?
I don't know. I'm looking at filming locations.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out who you're talking about.
Give me a second. He looked like he was in that Hillary Duff TV show, but like I know he wasn't.
Is that the guy with the giant bag of weed? Is that guy you're talking about?
Yeah, and his mom picks him up from jail. Also, I really fucking hated who Ethan Embry played in this movie.
Yeah, he played an asshole. So the guy's name is, his first name is D.O.V. I don't, if that's just Dove, I suppose. Well, he was in Jason X and Tommy Boy. Classic films.
Wait, why don't I see him on IMDb? Oh, there. Hippie student.
Oh, he was recently in the Umbrella Academy. Okay.
Oh.
He played Kichi. Who's Kichi? Fuck is Kichi?
In season 2?
It says 2020.
I want to watch this movie if what happens when Robert leaves the room. Is this a movie character, or are you telling everybody? I'm telling everybody about your childhood, Uni, and how you lose everything in your pockets.
So what happens when Robert leaves the room is about a guy named Robert, who's a disgruntled writer, takes out his frustration on a group of young actors.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Jason, he's in a lot of things.
He is in a lot of things. Like, I think he's one of those people who kind of just shows up in stuff.
He was in Goosebumps.
He was in Goosebumps.
He was in Goosebumps. And the Never Ending Story.
Oh, he's also in Erie, Indiana.
He was in It Takes Two. That's probably... No.
Also, it's Never Ending Story, the TV show, not the movie.
Yeah.
Which was always very confusing.
Where's Tall? He was in RoboCops. Gerspin? What? What, Duff? What?
I don't know what's going on.
When you said Goosebumps, did she look unimpressed when I said Goosebumps? I wasn't looking at her. What happened? Can you react to the face you have when I said Goosebumps? Thank you, Uni, for letting me know. Why are you against Goosebumps?
I have no idea what face I was making.
You're against Goosebumps? God, Goosebumps was great. Well, actually, Goosebumps was second.
I was excited about Erie, Indiana.
Oh, wait, was he... Wait. Nobody knows about Erie, Indiana. Whenever I try to talk to anybody about that show, everybody's like, what the fuck show are you talking about? Was he in that show?
People know about Erie, Indiana. He was only in one episode, though.
I loved the show, and like no one remembers it being a thing.
Erie, Indiana was huge when it was out.
I know it was, but everybody's like forgotten about it.
Oh my god, it's a collective forgetting of things.
Like everyone just forgets that show existed for one season.
It was really short-lived. It was sad.
It was good. There was another one.
He was in a lot of things.
There was another one that Ethan Embry was in. That was very short-lived too.
TV show?
Yeah, my friend and I used to watch it. It was out in like the 90s. I think it was him. I remember it was a thing, but never watched it. Oh, see?
My thing about him is just, I think about him and I think Can't Hardly Wait. That is literally it, even though he's been in tons of other things. So anytime he shows up, I'm like, oh my god, it's him! It's a weird reaction.
Oh, see, Tim remembers it. Uni thinks we're too Canadian.
We are not that Canadian.
Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah,
oh, Freaky Links. Freaky Links.
Freaky Links.
Freaky Links.
That is one I do not know. I don't know that
It
one.
was out in 2000. And it was It was a take off the Blair Witch Project, in which a guy finds out that his supposedly dead brother isn't dead after all when he sees him on the internet. And it's a spooky findings of finding it.
Okay, so... okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, on top of that, there are two other great shows that he was in.
Empire Records.
Including Murder, She Wrote and Hercules. I'm just going to put it out there. Awesome. Awesome.
What?
Um,
did we do an episode of Empire Records?
We did not.
Who did I watch Empire Records with?
I have no idea.
Maybe it was other
not
Tracy.
Me, unfortunately.
Maybe it was other Tracy. Did you want to talk more about Harland and Kumar, though?
Yes, let's talk more about Harland and Kumar. I do love Ethan Embry. Actually, I like all of the faces that show up in this movie because I forgot Fred Willard shows up in this. Rest in peace. He's a lovely man. He's hilarious. Anthony Anderson, when he starts yelling, "We gotta burn this motherfucker down!" I lost it. I thought it was great.
Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds is in it too.
Ryan Reynolds shows up.
Yeah.
I always forget, like
patting him down with a Kleenex.
Yeah.
And just like slowly across his lips.
I always forget how weird Ryan Reynolds used to look. He's weird looking. Like, he's grown into his face. Like, he looks normal now.
Yeah, he definitely grew into his looks.
Yeah. Because even on, like, Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place,
Love
which
that show.
turned into Two Guys and a Girl, I was just like, what is up with that guy's face? He is so weird looking. And then as he got older and his face got, like, longer, I feel like his face got long. He looked more like, oh, you have a actual face. Your face is real. That's fine. So, yeah. And then he did fun things like Deadpool. And I was like, okay, this works.
Somebody said he shouldn't have gotten to be Deadpool because it was too good.
Wait, what?
Yeah, somebody said that they shouldn't have picked him to be Deadpool because it was too good. They should have picked somebody else that, like, it wouldn't have been as good as it is.
No, it's true. Well, the thing is that he is the one who petitioned Deadpool to be made. Like, that was, like, his whole thing, right? So, like, he petitioned for years for that, especially after the whole clusterfuck of Wolverine Origins, where they ruined the character, which made me so angry. I
never saw that one.
That needed to be revised and fixed, and I'm just glad they did it, and he does a great job as Wade Wilson, I will admit. Uni doesn't like Deadpool. Why don't you like Deadpool? Is it too bloody? Too much cussing? Too weird?
I'm gonna guess
breaking the fourth wall.
Astrolith is agreeing with you and not Uni.
Oh,
Green Lantern. That's not a movie. That never happened. I don't know what movie you're thinking of, Tracy, but Green Lantern was never made into a film.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, he got shot in the head before he did it. He just read the script.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Nope, we all just got collectively high and had the same dream. But
it's
it never really
effect,
happened.
Guys. It's part of the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Nope. Oh yeah. The Wolverine's origin. I never saw it. I didn't see it. Didn't see it. Sorry.
You really don't have to. It's fine. That's not a movie I'm going to be like, oh my god, you didn't watch it?
Do you want to know which other one never really happened that happened?
What?
New Mutants.
Oh, so bad.
The only time I'd been to the movies in like a year, and we saw that crap thing.
The Mandela weed effect. I like it.
Yes. It's a British humor thing.
No, the rumors for Donald Glover being a superhero, he was going to be Miles Morales originally, but they were like, he's too old.
A Brit that hates non-British humor. So you only like British humor?
She likes it dry and with a lot of tea and crumpets.
Uni, you're killing me here. Brits for the win. No, you are wrong, sir.
Miles Morales is the quote-unquote black Spider-Man from a different dimension.
Oh, is that like the cartoon?
Yeah, they made Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, and Into the Spider-Verse is amazing, both as storytelling and structure, animation style, and character development. Everything about that movie is amazing.
I want to see it. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to see it.
Oh, I've seen it a few times.
Oh,
every time I watch it.
Evil Unicorn, you want to watch it together?
You should.
I haven't seen it either, but I want to see it. I like British humor. I grew up watching British humor, like watching the British television shows, like Mrs. Bucket.
Like Keeping Up Appearances.
Thank you. What's the other one? Absolutely Fabulous. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And The Vicar.
Oh, The Vicar. That's a good one.
Love The Vicar.
We used to watch Yes, Prime Minister and Are You Being Served? All that kind of stuff. Faulty Towers. Faulty Towers is 12 perfect episodes of a show, and I'm always just like, oh, they should have made more, but also I'm glad they didn't because it could have been amazing. Oh, all versions of Black Adder through the centuries. The Black Pave one is dark but amazing. That was my introduction to Hugh Laurie. So, and he is just amazing.
Yeah, so, I definitely did not grow up watching North American television shows. except for like the kids versions. But I watched all of the adult shows when I was a child.
Yeah.
So you guys Canadians and not Yanks, you have actual taste. I loved them. So Maria,
taking that as a compliment.
Maria does a thing on her streams where she yells. It's the vicar, but I forget what she yells. But I'm always confused whenever somebody redeems it because my mind goes to the British. She's British. The British TV show The Vicar, and I'm like, what are you yelling about the Vicar, the TV show? But it's not. It's some vicar character from a game she was playing. But every time I'm like, what? Huh? I don't either. I'll ask her later.
I have no idea what that is.
I'll ask her later. But like every time somebody like redeems The Vicar, and I was like, oh, are we gonna watch The Vicar?
Like down. Yeah.
I'm down for this. Oh, you're from the same small town as her. Oh. Yeah, so yeah, long tangent, short. Also really enjoyed all of the random characters that appeared in this.
Yes. The thing about this movie is that even though both of these movies are quite silly, there is a more let's call it streamlined and less ludicrous, half-baked compared to Harold and Kumar, because like the whole thing with like the mechanic and the whole thing with the getting the cheetah high, you're just like, what are you doing? Like, this is just those are the parts where you're like, no, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be high on this one. Gotcha.
I can't. If you ask other Tracy, she'll tell you I have like 100 favorite movies. Because anytime somebody mentions a movie that I like, I'm like, oh, I love that movie. That's my favorite movie. I have 100 favorite movies.
Yeah, and also my thing with favorite movies. Oh, just so you know, because of the podcast, I'm gonna read it. So Uni's asking if we could pick a movie that's our like the best movie ever, and if we can in like 30 seconds give it an elevator pitch. And yeah, I also cannot do that because it depends on genre, it depends on my mood, it depends on like, are you looking for artistic, are you looking for fun, are you like, like what are you looking for, we also have a hookup going on in the chat. Like, I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, Uni likes to hook up with everybody. He just is very like in love with a lot of people. He's now picked Tim.
Okay.
I hope Nacho's not. I mean, I hope Nacho's still here, but like, ooh, you gonna do that in front of Nacho?
Kendall. But I do have a lot of favorite movies. Like the other day, The Fifth Element was on TV again. Oh, Martin.
Guess what I have? I have a kitten who's sleepy.
He's a black void of destruction that wants to be loved, but you're not allowed to touch him.
Is a floof. What's your all-time if you only had to watch one film forever?
Oh, that's Okay, if I have to pick a film that I'm going to watch forever, it has to be something that is a lot of fun and that is light. But it's going to be action. I'm trying to narrow it down. You might think it would be a Star Trek movie. I do really like Undiscovered Country and Wrath of Khan. But I don't think I could watch those forever.
Oh, I got mine. You're not gonna like mine, but I got it.
I'm thinking The Matrix, but there's not enough humor in The Matrix. But I really like The Matrix, and it is a movie I watch very regularly. I'm also thinking maybe it might be one of the Indiana Jones movies, most likely The Last Crusade, the third one, because Sean Connery's in there. He plays like the perfect Henry Jones Sr.
It's my dad.
Amazing.
It's my dad.
Your dad.
It's my dad. Yeah.
You wouldn't want to watch that. But also there's Die Hard. No. I am definitely not picking one. Oh, there's
a clip of on my stream of me saying how much I don't like Die Hard.
But which Die Hard?
I don't like any of them.
Because, oh my god.
So I can pick.
This is over. I gotta go.
Okay, I'll just disconnect. I'll continue chatting. Does anybody else want to hop in this Discord call and chat movies with me? I can pick one, but nobody's gonna like it, and everyone's gonna be like, "That's a stupid choice, Erika." But
Why?
I just want to remind you all, this is a personal opinion question, and then there's no right or wrong answer.
Agreed.
Elizabethtown. I told you that was gonna happen.
It's fine.
I really like Elizabethtown. I love all types of movies except for horror movies. But if I have to pick a movie and I can only watch one movie for the rest of my life, I cannot watch any other movies, I would watch Elizabethtown because it's the one that I go to when I'm feeling sick. It's the one I go to when I'm feeling sad. It's the one I go to when I am having mental health bad days. It's just because it's an easy movie. There's no science you have to know and understand. You can just veg on the couch and enjoy it. And I also own it on DVD, so it's fine. I've seen The Matrix. It's not a movie I want to watch the rest of my life. No.
I love the first Matrix movie.
And if we're doing Keanu Reeves, I would rather watch oh my god, what's the movie? See, my go-to is just I like
Bill
romance.
and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
No.
Or
I do really want to. You're not gonna get it.
The Lake House?
No, you're not gonna get it. You're gonna be like, that's not a movie.
What is it? The November one or whatever? Is it that one?
The November one.
Yeah, Sweet November. Is it?
Yeah.
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 You said romance, and I was just like, let me think of the romance ones. Okay.
Yeah, where he's a war hero in Italy, I think, or France, maybe.
No, that's not Sweet November.
Is it?
It's a different one.
It's something about the grape. Is it Walking with the Grapes? Is he in a movie about grapes?
It's Walking in the Clouds something.
He was also in Parenthood, for people that don't know. There's a cat that is...
He played the boyfriend.
It's a Walk in the Clouds. There's a cat. He's obsessed with me right now. He's obsessed, but he does not want to sit on my lap. But is obsessed with me right now. He keeps rubbing his head on my leg.
Yeah, I am a film buff. I watch a lot of things.
So, Johnny Mnemonic is a terrible movie. It is.
Oh.
It also really upset me that they didn't flat out say that that's who his character at the beginning of Cyberpunk was. Because I don't care, because it totally fits with it, and it really should have been. And they just gave him some other name, and they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, you made this character fully Johnny Mnemonic. Yes, it is. Thank you. You're incorrect. You're incorrect about your own game. Yes, Uni.
Totally different. What are you talking about?
It's not. I've been to White Castle. Have you been to a White Castle? I've been to one in the States.
I have never been to a White Castle. That's actually one of the questions I wanted to ask you. Because at the end, when they're eating those burgers, I was like, hey, those burgers look like garbage. Because they're so thin and small and pointless and look like they have no nutrition. Can they really be that good? Because I know things that aren't good for you can be pretty delicious.
No, they're not.
No?
They're not. So I forget, I've been to one in the States. I could not tell you for the life of me what state we were in at the time. I want to say Illinois. But no. And we didn't have as much of an excitement of trying to get to a White Castle as they did. But we did really struggle with getting to a White Castle. And then we got there and we got the burgers and they were fine.
They were so they weren't bad at least.
They weren't bad. We ate them all, but they were just we were cool, we'll never do that again. No.
Oh, okay. But it could be one of those things where for example, I know this may sound like a stereotype. I really like fried chicken. Now,
she doesn't think White Castle is good enough.
I go to KFC. This is not I want to go to McDonald's because I don't know the local food when I travel. No. This is I have realized KFC in different countries tastes the same but different, if you understand what I mean. So I was born in Trinidad. I was used to KFC tasting and being a certain way. Then we moved to Canada. Then I had KFC in Canada, and it tastes the same, but not quite the same. Then I went to the States, had KFC in a couple of different states, and in each state, it tastes a little different. Went to KFC in England. It was the same, but a little different.
Yeah,
Went to KFC in Japan. So, do you think White Castle has that problem? Like, it depends on the state that you're in, and it might be good to some places and not good others?
maybe. Like, I know McDonald's in Ireland is different than here. I mean, I couldn't get the dip I wanted. They have different nugget dip.
They have different nugget
They
dip.
had different nugget dip. But like, is someone not following? They're probably not. Probably not. There's somebody who's just like, they like changed the secret recipe a tiny little bit.
Well, no, I find like I had KFC in New York and it was disgusting. Like it was unedible. Like it was gross.
You know
Like,
what? It's probably also like the water that they're washing their dishes in.
maybe, I don't even know. But like, oh, it was gross. And yeah, KFC in the UK and KFC in Trinidad is the bomb. It is amazing. It says.
Can't tell you I've had KFC in the UK.
No.
No, I don't think we ate fast food when we were in the UK.
No. I mean, the funny thing is I went to the UK. I had like the Indian food. I had like the English breakfast. I had a whole bunch of stuff. I did not have fish and chips when I was in the UK. And to this day, I am still mad about it.
I had fish and chips when I was in the UK.
Yeah. Yeah. It was very frustrating.
Well, I want to go back to the UK because I've only ever been in London.
Mm-hmm,
So if you want to join me for that, I'm going with other Tracy to Scotland at some point.
Oh, I want to go to Scotland. I want to go to Scotland.
Should we also invite Irish?
Go through the channel.
Should we also invite Irish Tracy to join us in Scotland? And it can be Erika and the Three Tracys. We're gonna have it's gonna be a YouTube series.
We have a little adventure.
Fine, it's Erika and the Two Tracys.
95% of the whole series is gonna be. Sorry, me? Her?
Yeah.
Me? Oh, me. Okay, yeah. What?
I'd be like, Tracy, come here. No, not you. You. Can you come here? Can you come here?
It'll be a whole thing. Yeah. See, like, why didn't they want to go to like
Tracy's
KFC or
No,
something?
Erika.
Oh no, that's right. Actually, in the movie, they said, "I want KFC," and he's like, "No, we've had that too much."
So
They actually said that.
So close, yeah, they did. Close to Tracy's, I'm going to take another spin-off of Tracy's, Two Tracys and Erika. It's going to be Two Tracys, Erika, and a Scotland. But we can't have pizza in Scotland because apparently pizza is not a thing in Great Britain. Or it's good pizza is not a thing.
Yeah, good pizza in a lot of places isn't a thing, which is surprising.
We have some good pizza.
We do. Well, I think that's the thing with Canada and like Toronto, especially because you have such like a plethora of people from different places. You actually have like actual Italian people making actual good Italian food, compared to like pizza in Trinidad is disgusting. And I don't understand what it is about their pizza because everything in that country, all of their food is flavorful and it's tasty and it's amazing, right? But pizza, for some reason, is crap. And they pile all of the stuff on that sad round piece of dough and it doesn't taste like anything. And it's so weird. They also put ketchup and mustard on that pizza, so there's also that.
Ew, what? Also,
Yes.
What was our source? Tracy, I don't remember.
What?
Not you. Other.
Oh.
We've already started this. She just says our source was not the most reliable, and I honestly could not tell you who our source was on that one. But Jack did also Jack half confirmed he doesn't like pizza, so I think it was cheese he doesn't like. Canadian sauce fucking pointless. What? We have the Commonwealth.
Politeness.
Oh, politeness. No.
We put politeness on everything. It's delicious.
We say sorry. Damn peppers to the UK. Oh, God.
Yeah.
So I also commented on the toll road issues.
Mm-hmm.
Going through tolls in the States causes me so much anxiety when I was doing it. Because, like, you have to have that change. And, like, my mom put the anxiety in me when we used to go to Buffalo shopping. She'd, like, give me her little change purse of American-only change. And she'd be like, get the ticket. And then she'd be like, hey, you hold on to this ticket. Don't lose this ticket. If you lose this ticket, we have to pay the full price. I'm like, the full price is, like, $5. It's not really that big of a deal. But, like, the way she said it, I was like, I cannot lose this ticket. And then she's like, all right, we're coming up. You find out where we are on this and you get me that change. And I'm just like, what? I don't know. Where did we get on? Where are we getting off? What is this one called? And then I'm like trying to find change in her little change, and it just causes me so much stress. And then one time, I think on our way to White Castle, we didn't have any change when we were trying to get off the toll road because I packed my wallet in my backpack in the trunk, and my friend was out of change. Yes. And I was just like, we need to pull over on the highway so that I can get change out of the back to pay the toll road so that we get off the highway. It's stress, man. Toll roads are stress.
Toll roads are stressful.
They're so stress.
I don't know. I think toll roads in the U.S. is kind of ridiculous because they put all their money into military instead of infrastructure. So that's a different discussion.
Because ours in Canada is you don't pay for it. You get a letter in the mail.
Yeah, well, you get
the 407 at least.
The 407, yeah, they have got cameras, right? So it's like a speed trap almost. You take a picture, you exit here, they send you the amount. That's why I never take the 407.
I took the 407 once my mom told me to, and I had my grandma's plates. And the 407 people don't actually update their database with the DMV. So my grandma got a letter in the mail, an invoice for the 407. And my aunt called them and bitched at them and was like, she doesn't drive. She hasn't had a car in years. Like, we're not paying this. And they're like, you have to pay. And she's like, we're not paying it. Like, why would we pay a fee? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, she doesn't even have a car anymore. And then she was telling my mom, and then my mom just, like, looks at her and is just like, Erika has grandma's plates. Erika took the 407. It's not the 407's problem. Erika took the 407. And everyone's just like so upset and freaking out about this. And everyone's just like, hi, remember when grandma gave Erika her car? She has the plates too.
Yeah.
So I'll never get charged. I'll never get charged for the 407 because we never updated it. It's still under my grandma's name. And I still have the plates.
Well, there you go.
We also have a healthy dose of smug too. Yeah. Why would we
better than people
survive? Well, I mean, we do live in Canada. We have free healthcare. Come on.
Quote unquote free.
Yeah, I know it's not free. I think I've talked about that already once this week.
Yeah.
I think we started off the stream on Tuesday about that comment. You get away fee free, but only if you have bad British teeth. Oh, I've got perfect teeth.
I can't look at these pearly whites.
Mine aren't pearly white.
Or are they kind of orange?
They're pearlier white than mine.
Are they?
I'm not a bad person.
Hopefully it's just the lighting. I think it's just the lighting that lets me get away with it. It's fine. You're not a bad person. You're a great person.
It's fine.
What else? So actually, talking about difficult subject matter, this movie brought up a lot of things that I found really interesting. Including the Twinkie comment, which was like racially food-based insults. Those are always fun.
That's why. Oh yeah. So I will say Half-Baked aged better comedic-wise, I think, because a lot of the things that were said in this movie, you cannot say in movies nowadays, no matter what, even if it's funny, you can't.
Well, even the when they were playing the unedited version of "Let's Get It Started" by the Black Eyed Peas, as soon as that song started, I was like, no, that's wrong. You can't play that song anymore. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot to take.
Yeah, there was a lot of comments in it that I was like, You did not just say that. No. Did you?
Well,
No.
yeah, because they made a lot of references to,
I don't even want to repeat them.
sexual prowess, because, if you're not doing the manly thing, then you're gay, and it's bad to be gay, apparently. And I was like,
oh, in Half-Baked.
What is happening? This is not right.
In Half-Baked, he also said, he called himself a homo sapien, and then he said, I just said homo. I didn't mean that. I'm not homo. And I'm like, what? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Agreed.
But yeah, this movie, like they said, I find
in this movie they did a lot more.
The big truck guys said things that I was just like, ooh, no, please stop talking, sir. But then they got their
they're supposed to be assholes, and they're supposed to get,
Yeah, but like there were certain things that like they probably didn't have to. There were things you can do and say to seem like a racist asshole without being the things they said.
Agreed. Yes.
But then you get in their truck and they're listening to like Sarah McLachlan,
Wilson Phillips,
or whoever it was. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Wilson Phillips. Yeah. Which was kind of perfect.
But then even Kumar said one thing that I was not happy with.
What? Well, can you repeat what he said?
He said, if you're feeling like some yellow, you can go to this party.
Oh.
And I was like, dude, no. No.
Well, because he was talking about having yellow fever.
Yeah.
And he said he had the yellow plague, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
Which also made me face palm while I was watching it. I was just like, no, don't. No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It was hard. Yeah, it was hard. And I think that was right after the Twinkie comment as well. So, like,
Can we space them out a little?
Yeah, just a little bit, just a tad.
I also didn't understand why they left their keys in the car with Neil Patrick Harris. I get it because he said later he thought he was trustworthy, that you could trust him. But the second they got out of the car, I was like, you better have taken your keys with you, because he's not staying. He's looking for some ladies, and he's leaving. Mm-hmm. He's leaving. He's not staying. He did stay longer than I thought, though.
Yeah, like they went in, had a whole interaction, then walked out, and then he was leaving?
Yeah.
That's like 5 whole minutes. Holy shit, he waited a long time. Yeah.
5 minutes.
But it's true. He did say he thought he was trustworthy, and I think it's one of those things like, if I'm in a car with you and I get out of the car, I'm most likely not going to take my keys because I don't think you're going to steal my car.
But you know me and we're friends.
Yeah, and and it's like leaving a dog in a car. I don't want you to suffocate. You might want to roll down a window or something. Like,
well, okay.
I don't know.
You don't leave a dog in a car. That's not a thing we're doing. But you can leave Neil Patrick Harris in the car with the windows cracked, but even unlocked. But don't leave the keys in the ignition.
I agree with you. You do not have to try to get me to your side. No. I understand completely. Yeah. But he did also admit he was tripping balls, and he was also humping the chair.
He was licking it. He was biting it. He was nibbling at the chair.
Yes. All of the things that you just said he was doing.
He did all of those things with the chair. And I was like... And then part of me was like, was he out when this movie came out?
I don't know. That's my other question. I don't know, because... I mean, he was out when he did How I Met Your Mother, and he played the straight guy in that too. So,
he played himself in this one.
Yeah, but I think it's like anything. It's like the heightened, like when we watched what's it called? What is it? This Is the End, and Michael Cera shows up and he's hopped up on coke and slapping Rihanna's ass. I don't think that's how he's playing himself, but I don't think that's how he is in real life. Like,
maybe. Maybe.
I mean, Paul Rudd runs up with like a bottle of wine and he's like, "Oh my god, everything's going wrong." I think Paul Rudd's playing himself, like his real self. But you know, that's totally different.
Tim said he thinks he came out in season 2 or season 3.
Okay, but I mean, I think he's a decent actor because you're
I get what you're saying,
gay,
but like,
but on this show, you're like, I get Barney.
no. I fully get what
Barney
you're
Ralph.
saying, but like, if he's playing himself in it, I would have figured that instead of him saying he's looking for ladies, just be like, I was gonna say just be straight with it, but that doesn't. Just go with it and say he's looking for some men.
Yeah. Well, so maybe he wasn't out at the time, and he was just like, you know,
That's
I
fine,
got to
too.
do what I got to do.
That's fine
Right?
too. I was just curious. That's all. It was just a question.
Oh no, I get it. I
He
want
was
to
not.
get
Thank
to the
you,
bottom of
Tim.
these things.
Tim, thank you for answering my question.
Thanks, Tim. Thank you for doing the research before I did.
Or was he just playing Barney? But then why wouldn't they just call him Barney?
No, but was How I Met Your Mother out at that time? No, How I Met Your Mother. Yeah, no, it was.
I don't
No,
know.
How I Met Your Mother started a year after, because this came out in 2004, and that started in 2005. So this was before Barney. Maybe this is where he started a persona for Barney. Like he started to like, who's Barney going to be? You know?
Oh, yeah. That would make sense. I'm sorry I opened this, like, can of worms here, guys. I take back my question.
It's interesting. It's good to find out because, you know, like he's one of those people who's been around for a very long time. AKA Doogie Howser.
Forever. I used to watch Doogie Howser.
Since the pandemic started, Doogie Howser shows at like midnight or something on like Yes TV, and the Doogie Howser theme song sounds like somebody making an 8-bit version of the Doogie Howser theme song. It's very weird. It's very bad. It's strange. The episodes of the show are so dark. I don't understand why this was for children.
It wasn't for children. That
Then
was not
why
a
was I-
that was not a kids show. It was not a kids show.
Then why was I plopped in front of this as a child?
Why did I watch Frasier as a kid? Why did I
know.
watch news radio as a kid? Caroline in the City as a child. I watched a lot of shows when I was a kid and plopped in front of them
Yeah.
that I should not have watched. Doogie Howser was not a kids show.
I think I've said this before, but my thing that I don't understand why I watched so much of was the show Dear John. I think I've talked about this before.
Think
But,
so,
like,
but I can
that
never
show
remember.
is inappropriate for children.
No, not the movie. I want the TV show.
The TV show, yeah.
Oh, I like that old man.
Yeah, he's great.
Watched so much of Dear
yeah.
John.
Yeah. John watched a lot of Dear John, man.
What's Dear John?
It's about this guy who goes to a help group because his wife left him.
Oh.
And in the group, it takes place in either his apartment or in this help group session. And they talk about like sex and cheating and like divorce, like all of the adult things that you go to help groups for. You know, and I sat there watching it as a kid and I'm just like, yes. One of the characters is a sex addict. Yeah, that's right. You know, and it's about like getting back out there and dating, and like the beginning, like the whole theme song of the show is actually him reading the letter that his wife left him. Like he comes home and it's a Dear John letter. He opens it and the theme song is him, like the words of this letter, essentially. And it's just, I don't, it's just thoroughly inappropriate. But I was watching this when I was like 8 or 9 or 10 or something like that.
Yeah, it's not.
Especially if I was homesick.
It's
watched
not,
it.
It's not a kids show.
Yeah.
Just gonna remind you of that one. Not a kid show. I'm looking at it on Wikipedia.
Not a kid show.
Not
though.
a kid. Not no.
Mhm.
No.
But that's the thing. Like you have like a full generation of people who became doctors because of Doogie Howser. They watch it as a child. They're like, I want to be like Doogie Howser. And you're like, wait a second. There is no way you should have been watching this as a child.
Judd Hirsch, he won the Golden Globe for this, for best comedy, best actor in a comedy.
Yeah, sounds about right. Great show.
There's like there were so many shows back then. I feel like because back then the only time that there was kid shows was TGI Fridays.
Well, there's like afternoon cartoons and Saturday morning cartoons, like that stuff.
But like,
TGI Fridays was like, or
like prime time.
That's the family block of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like prime time was not kids shows, but then like your parents you just watched whatever your parents were watching, and you didn't get half the jokes. Like it just like went straight over your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slowly realizing.
You sat there and you laughed when your parents laughed, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Like, I didn't get half the things the first time I watched Frasier, and then I remember watching it again at some point and being like, oh, huh.
It comes back around, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, love it.
No, I don't want TGI Fridays this. I want TGI Friday or was it just TGIF? It was on NBC.
Yeah. Or Must See TV.
Oh, programming.
Which I think that was Thursdays was Must See TV.
Ooh, yeah, I remember Must See TV. After this, Lovely Oh, that's all the notes I have anyways. I don't have anything else on that show. Do you have anything else?
What other notes do I have? I have a list of people who showed up. I said Battle Shits is disgusting because it is.
Oh, yeah. When Battle Shits started, I was like, please tell me women don't actually do this. I'm not going to judge women for if they do it, but I just really don't want to know. I don't.
To clarify.
Do we need to clarify?
Everybody poops, but not everybody does battle shits.
But also, can people really, like, force their shits?
They had Taco Bell or something. I don't know.
Oh,
they had tacos.
Right. Okay.
That was like the whole thing. I am not agreeing with it. This movie is the only place I have ever heard of taco shits. Or sorry, everybody had taco shits. Sorry, but it's the only place I've heard of battle shits. I also don't understand how they
all I remember is like the one girl went and then the second girl went and she's like, oh, you sunk my battle shit, and I'm like, is it because like was her shit better than your shit? How do you decide?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what if it's around the same level of complexity of shitting? Like, how do you pick? I don't know. I don't want to ask for details about it. I really don't. It's just disgusting.
Anyways.
Also, the prison scene was very poignant for today's day and age. He's like, why are you in here? I was like, I don't know. I'm black.
He just has a book and he's just sitting there. And then Kumar's trying to break Harold out, and he just like, they go in and push him up against the wall. And they don't even push him against the wall. He just turns around and just goes,
yeah.
Like, no one even asks him to. He just sees them running and he's like, all right.
Well, as you know, black people are very used to that kind of action. And if you look threatening in any way, even if you don't look threatening in any way, something bad's gonna happen to you. Yeah. So he's like, no resistance. I know what's coming. Just let it happen. So, but I like at the end that they're just like, yeah, I'm a lawyer. Or no, that guy's a lawyer. I'm a professor. We're gonna sue you guys and you're going to jail. Yay. In 1998, nothing ever happened to those cops. Just so you know. It's fine. There's no way.
No, but I like how the one guy that was sitting there, they were like, he was it Harold was just like, oh, we should do something, and then the other guy they just arrested that was just sleeping was like, just go, just go,
because there's no point.
Just go.
There's nothing you can do.
No.
But yeah, I was just like that whole scene was just way too relevant. And also the fact that the one guy was sleeping in bed and got arrested just reminded me of Breonna Taylor, and I was like, he got out way better. And like my brain went into such dark places in that scene. But 2 seconds before that, they had the whole weed fantasy thing, which was like such a hilarious and ridiculous thing that I was just like, this is going all over the place. What are you doing to me right now? This is crazy. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Erika's making
bigger,
faces.
the bigger the splash, the bigger the bomb.
Oh God. Are we back on? Are we back on
No,
Battleship?
I think we were talking about other things and we just noticed that Tim had comments about battleships.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought I had a special guest. I don't.
You don't? Okay.
No, I don't.
Oh, did he do like a drive-by, like, I'm here?
He did a run past, tail whipped against leg, kept running.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know 2020 was a part of TGIF.
Yeah, wasn't that like on at like 8 or 9? No, 9 or 10.
10. It was on at 10.
10.
I'm like upset. I'm not obsessed with this, but I'm like fixated on this because there was a show that I used to watch that was TGIF that also no one else remembers.
Like, do you remember who was in it? What it was
No,
about?
it was just about two gay dads. The famous tail whip. Yes. It was on for like one season, and they never said that they were two gay dads. There was two men that lived together, and one had a daughter. And I tried to find it years later because I was like, were they gay?
Do you remember the actors?
No.
Do you remember seeing them in anything else?
No. And like no one else remembers it at all. And I tried to Google, and Google did not help. What would you ladies say is your favorite TV show of all time?
The X-Files. Sorry, that was quick.
I'm like, I don't know, man. You're asking some hard questions here.
It's the X-Files and Star Trek. Like they're very on par with each other. But Star Trek has like a whole world. There's lots of series. But the X-Files is... I know I don't get to talk about the X-Files as much as Star Trek, but X-Files, woo, it's good stuff.
I don't know if I have a favorite TV show of all time. Fraggle Rock.
Oh, I like Fraggle Rock. That's a good one, too.
Fraggle Rock. Mr. Dress Up. I need to know these things before I propose to Tracy. Does Nacho know about all this? Ooh, Clone High was good.
I love Clone High. And Batman the Animated Series, if we're talking about things, because Tim was on that episode, and we spent the whole episode going, oh, that episode was so good. Yeah, so good. Then we're like, oh, did you watch this episode? Yeah, it was good. It was so good. That's the whole thing. Sorry. So just to let you know, Erika, I think I know what show you're talking about. And I think I know the guy was in another movie, and I'm trying to find his name. I think I know what show you're talking about. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'll look it up.
I'll think about my favorite TV show for a second. If everybody could just look at the Void for a minute.
The Void.
Well, we do other things.
Everybody likes a cat. Because cats are great, cats are great, cats are great. Meow. I'm sorry, I should not be
that's
doing that
gonna that's gonna be Martin's theme song when he gets his own Twitch channel. It's gonna be like the streaming soon music. It's just gonna be you singing your cat song. Look into this beautiful creature that has blessed us with its presence. Hi.
Yeah.
You regret all of this, don't you? You're purring though. You're confused. You have mixed feelings. Favorite TV show of all time. That's like really hard to pick. Like I know
what kind of TV shows do you like?
I don't watch a lot of TV shows anymore. Like I binge watch things that are on Netflix, but just because like they're not good. And then I still watch Grey's Anatomy because Tracy and I are far too invested in it. Not this Tracy, other Tracy are
I have to catch back up.
Far too invested in it. I don't really care for The Sopranos. You have the what backup?
You have to catch back up too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've missed like the last like 3 episodes. Is it a show called Yes Dear?
It's an American sitcom. No, because there was no stay-at-home mom.
No? Okay.
People tried to tell me it was Yes Dear, and I was like, I don't think it was.
Okay. So then I have no idea then. Sorry.
Oh, Anthony.
That's
no, but I do know Yester. I used to watch Yester as well.
okay.
Did it have been the early 2000s? A single dad and his. Ooh, hold on. Did I find it? No. I take it back.
One of the greatest things I liked about How to Get Away with Murder was not the actual show, was a single scene I saw on that show where Viola Davis was going to bed, and they never do this on TV shows with black women. She took off her wig and tied her hair. And I was just like, okay, this is a real show. These are real people. I get it now. This is amazing. That's all I have to say about it. And I watched like 10 more minutes of the show, which was like the next day, and she's teaching the class, and some guy's running and going, whispering about whatever. And I was like, I'm over it. But that one scene, I was just like, you know what? I will give this show props just for that. It's fine.
I found it.
What show is it?
It's called My Two Dads.
And that was the show you couldn't find?
Yeah.
About two dads and a girl.
It really took a long time for me to find this. Two men who had competed for Macy's affection in Key West during the summer. Success, blah, blah, blah. Former friends who grew to hate one another. But then they get back together to raise the daughter together when the mom has died.
It's Paul Reiser.
So they are just friends.
They are just friends. Yeah, this was in the late 80s. Yeah, they're not putting two actual gay people on TV.
It's dumb. Apparently it had crossovers with Night Court. I don't know how. I can't pick a TV show for you, Uni. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know. Can you name a couple that you really like? Name 4 that you really like. That are like, even if they're like your rewatch shows, like your go-to. Like one of my go-to
I can tell you.
Scrubs.
So I rewatch on many times Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Mad Men, Archer, and Schitt's Creek.
Mad Men. Oh.
Love Mad Men.
Yeah.
Love it. I think I watched it once during the pandemic.
I tried several times to watch that show. I did watch the final episode of the show, and I was just like, this is boring as shit. Can I not be here right now?
Watched Schitt's Creek so much that we did a Schitt's Creek trivia, and I was pissed because the people that ran the trivia screwed up and bolded the answers. And so other people that were quicker to see, because I can't see bold on most things. Like I can't see if something is bold, the font. And so I was answering correctly, but I had to read the thing, whereas other people just picked whatever was bold, and so I didn't win, even though I actually knew all the answers.
That's horrible.
Hated it. Mad Men was shit for me. Well, you're wrong, Uni.
It's The Sopranos, Buffy, How to Get Away with Murder, and Scandal.
You keep saying
sorry. Sorry. I am so sorry.
I wish that you could have pronouns with your Twitch handles, but Twitch is like we don't need to show pronouns. That's not needed. I'm like, kind of
random usernames. Okay.
I just call everybody they, unless I know for sure. I just call everybody they.
I should pick. I think the problem is too is like most of the people who interact on these are people that we know. So I'm just like, I know this person and this person and this person. So I don't have to worry about it, so I don't think about it.
The last episode of Mad Men was terrible. I think the episode that I think is the last episode of Mad Men isn't actually the last episode. I feel like there is an episode after that I'm like, this is shit, it doesn't count anymore. Because the last episode I think of is when what's-her-name from Handmaid's Tale is walking out with a cigarette. And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to be her. But then she went and got kidnapped by a cult and forced to have children. So, you know. Tim, I don't know who you're plus oneing. Tracy or Uni?
It might be, I don't know.
Do you watch Handmaid's Tale?
But the last episode of Mad Men ends with the famous Coca-Cola commercial. It's super random and weird, but it implies that he comes up with that commercial or whatever, because he's the greatest admin of all time. No, I do not watch Handmaid's Tale. Not because I don't think it's good, not because I don't think it's interesting. It is just a little too
oh yeah, this is the last episode.
Real for me, and it really bothers me. And I'm just like, no, I don't need that in my life.
I can usually only do one episode. This season 2 so far, we watched 2 episodes back to back and it was fine. But I remember watching first season and just being like, I lived with Tracy and I remember sitting there like on the edge of the chair and I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I can't watch this. But then I didn't stand up. I just kept sitting there watching it on the edge of my chair, like my hands, like I was about to stand up. And I was just like I could not look away. But like we could only watch one episode at a time.
Yeah, no, I can't. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I got like halfway through the first episode, and then I tried to rewatch that first episode, and I was like, I can't do this. Then I tried to watch the second episode, and I was like, no, I don't need this in my life right now. I think the problem is that the acting is too good.
Yeah.
Because what is it? Elizabeth Moss is her name.
Yeah.
She is an amazing actress, and like everything I've seen her in has been fantastic. If you haven't seen The One I Love, oh, so good. Such a great movie. Watch that movie. It's awesome.
When we watch it, I do a lot of where was this filmed in Ontario?
To distract yourself, right?
Yeah. I'm like, was this what they filmed at Parkwood? Also, they were filming at Parkwood last week, but no idea what they were filming, and I'm a little mad about it because I want to know what they were filming at Parkwood last week. But that's what they do all the time. I'm like, ooh, where's this house? North of what city? Yeah.
The acting is so not good. Bad. And yes, I know what bollocks means.
You're bollocks. You're not, but like, you're wrong.
Yeah.
That's British for not screwed. They filmed our she's not your princess anymore. She's not your princess anymore. She's back to being ours. Or is she back to being an American? She still claims she's partially Canadian, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because didn't you grow up in like Scarborough or something?
I think so.
Yeah.
She's not one of you. She's not. They aren't the royal family. They aren't in the family anymore. They've been stripped from their titles.
Yeah.
She's ours. But they live in the States. But she's ours.
Well, when
we took her back
what's
because
his name was just
your
like,
people were terrible. Not you. Just
not you specifically.
Not you specifically.
Other people. From across the pond were mean. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the nicest way.
I watched the Oprah episode.
I didn't care. I was like, you know what? It really sucks, but I don't need to see Oprah's crazy expressions. And I just walked away and I did something else.
I just wanted to know like how shit they were with the mental health issues.
Well, it was easy to know because like anytime anybody talked about her, it was in a negative light.
No, but I wanted to know if like the royal family did anything. I wanted to know, like, if the royal family did anything, and they were like, no.
Yeah. They just cared about the color of the baby. And they're just like,
yeah,
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
It's just fine.
Why does my camera keep doing that?
She was the same as Princess Diana. And I think that's one of the reasons I wasn't surprised at all, where I was just like, sure. You know? So I was just like, I don't need to hear about this again. It's fine.
How black will it be?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the memes and stuff too afterwards, which was more than enough. I'm a horrible person. I don't do real news anymore. It's too difficult.
The only news I get is wine night. When you guys start talking about things on wine night, and I'm like, oh, what's happening in the world? I don't know about these things. If it's not on Twitter, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I get like headlines for stuff. So like I have like news alerts on my phone. I read the headline, I'm like, and that's it. I'm not reading whole articles.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not checking out whole videos.
If
That's a crazy
I
thing.
accidentally scroll the wrong way, I get top stories, best of news, and trending. Childless man was happy to become a godfather. Like, okay. It's an article that National Post did. Yep.
Unnecessary.
Ooh, there's delayed deliveries of Moderna's vaccine.
Oh.
Well, did you guys also know that this millennial couple makes more than $200K? Like, Scientology's secrets spill out into the open.
Yeah.
Yep. This is the news that I get. Oh, NDP leader had to apologize for a video.
Yes, very, very much so, Tracy. News. Lots of quotation marks around that.
News. And then and then the other news that I get is on Wine Night when you guys talk about things.
Yeah. You know, where we don't get high, but we do get wasted. Just like Harold and Kumar do.
But not last night, because we all canceled.
Yeah.
But then I got
tired.
But then I got a notification that Jasmine signed on to the Zoom call at 9:30. On a scale of,
see the notes.
okay, I'll allow this. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently I had to permit the term gay. Seriously, Twitch? And also permit the term I'm mostly kinda gay. Why does Twitch hate that? On a scale of gay, I'm mostly kinda gay, but I'll admit that you're that margin of ladies I find very attractive. Thank you.
I'll take it.
It's mostly Tracy. It's not me. I understand, Yoni. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't really have any more notes for that. There was this movie is rife with bad continuity issues. But the one that really got me was when they were stealing the Extreme guy's like truck.
Yeah.
And they were in the parking lot of like Hot Dog Heaven, and he was driving out of the parking lot, but behind all of a sudden it was a Shoppers Drug Mart, and I was like, oh, okay, you're not even trying right now. Gotcha. Done.
I love when they don't even try. What was it? Oh my god, what's the lawyer show I used to watch? Suits? Suits really stopped trying because the streetcar would go by. The bus, and you'd just be like, really? Really? You're not even trying now.
But doesn't Suits take place in Toronto?
No, it takes place in New York.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Billable Hours, because it was a relatively short-lived half-hour show about lawyers in Toronto.
Did they do lawyer things?
They did lawyer things, yeah. And it was called Billable Hours, but it did take place in Toronto. And actually, side story, there was this one time I was going to work, stopping at Second Cup for breakfast, and in line was the dude from Billable Hours, but I didn't remember what his name was, or even his character name. And so I was looking at it, I was like, oh, I recognize him, he's that guy. But a guy in front of him looked at him and was just like, oh my god, you're that guy, you're that famous guy. And he's like, who am I? Who am I? Yeah, okay. And he was such a dick about it, because the guy didn't remember his name.
Apparently,
I was like, well, glad I didn't say nothing.
Oh, it did end. IMDb says it's still running.
Really? Billable Hours?
It's not. They just didn't put an end on it.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
I once had the guy from Rookie Blue that was also in Everwood walked past me, and I could also not remember what his real name was, and so I was just like, oh. And then that was it. Because I could not remember his last name, and I didn't want to do that. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, you're that dude from those shows.
Yeah, that thing I watched that one time.
Chris Pratt was it? Well, no, I watched all of those. I think Chris Pratt was in Everwood. Wasn't he? Yeah, he was.
Yeah. I always say the first thing I remember him from is Parks and Rec, but then I remember he was in Wanted, and there was another movie where he played an asshole as well.
Well, I mean, he wasn't the nicest character in Everwood either.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, before he did Parks and Rec,
he on the
always
OC.
played the asshole characters. That's what he always did.
He was on the OC.
I didn't watch the OC.
Oh.
I didn't like the OC.
It's on the OC.
A friend of mine tried talking me into watching the show because there's this one guy in it who's such a nerd, just like me, and he's perfect. You'll think he's hilarious. And then I was insulted when I watched the show, and I was like, if you think that guy's a nerd, you're not paying attention.
You know what you didn't?
It was offense.
You know what you didn't talk about?
What?
The Star Trek connection in the second.
Oh
movie.
yeah, John Cho plays Sulu on the Kelvin universe Star Trek films. And he's quite good at it. And he's great.
Great.
Okay, see, Sean knows what I'm talking about. Me and Seth are nothing alike. Thank you very much.
Well...
He even knew the character's name. I'm assuming that's the character.
It is the character's name. Seth Cohen. Don't know the guy's real name. Is that his real name?
I don't know.
What's his real name? I liked Seth, too. Adam Brody played Seth Cohen.
Oh yeah, he's the guy that was in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, right?
No, isn't that Brad Pitt?
He didn't play Mr. Smith.
Oh,
He played the guy who was the decoy to bring out the fact that they're both the dudes. And that's right, he was also in Jennifer's Body. Great movie. Ready or Not. I've actually seen a lot of his movies, I think.
Can we just talk about Peter Gallagher's eyebrows for a minute?
Who's Peter Gallagher?
The man with the eyebrows. He's on Grace and Frankie. Yes, his real name is Adam Brody.
Oh, him. Yeah, I like him. He's been around for a long time.
Love me some Peter Gallagher. He has. That doesn't mean we can't appreciate his eyebrows.
Well, yeah, he was in While You Were Sleeping. He was the guy who was sleeping.
He's the guy that was sleeping.
I mean, he was in a coma because he got hit by a train, or was about to get hit by a train. He fainted to
most people
She saved him.
Most people have eyebrows. You are correct, Astrolith, but he has the eyebrows.
Yeah, if you look him up, you'll be like, oh, I get it.
Oh, he came in on your day off. Why didn't you go into the office? Or the golf course, but why didn't you just go in? Did nobody text you? Was that back in T9 days when you just didn't text anybody because it took too long? Oh my god, T9 was terrible. These children nowadays don't get it.
Yeah, I posted.
I know, I saw it too.
A thing the other day, and a few people messaged me. They're just like, "What is this? I don't understand." And
What?
It's just like, oh my god. I know you're not that young. You have texted. And you should know what this is. I can't do this right now. You're hurting my heart. It was very funny.
No one told you. Yeah, because it was probably during the T9 days, and everyone was just like, Peter Gallagher is too many letters.
I used to send whole emails like that, like crazy emails.
No. Texts. And I was always just like, short form letters or did not reply. Or people just got K for me because I was just like, I don't even want to type out things.
Perfect sentences with punctuation. That was me. All the time.
You're
I couldn't
crazy.
Help it. I don't know, like even now it drives me crazy when I'm like, I need to type something or I need to like send a message, and I know it drives people crazy. I send K. That's like my only one. Everything else is sentences.
I won't send K. I don't say K. Send K anymore.
Yeah, apparently it makes people mad.
You get
I don't
okay.
know, or people think I'm mad.
You get OKAY from me.
But I think these predictive text things make my life a lot easier because, you know, sometimes whole sentences come up in a row and I'm just like, meh, 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 send. Yes. Works out pretty well.
I love predictive texts.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Should we?
Did you want to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we didn't really talk that much about these movies.
We talked a bit. We talked a bit about them.
Mm-hmm. And so, okay, so closing thoughts to close out what are your final thoughts of Half Baked and Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle?
I'm sure they were hilarious movies at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one of my notes I did mention was I would have given up on White Castle and just gotten a burger at the first burger place. I don't know. They were fine.
Do you think if you were also in the same state as the characters that you would have enjoyed these better?
Maybe Half Baked, but not Harold and Kumar.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, because I still, like, I liked Harold and Kumar better, I think, but I don't think being in that state would have made it better.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually kind of am opposite to, like, I actually enjoyed both of these movies for the most part. I find Harold and Kumar had a lot more questionable comments that would not go off well today. But I laughed more at Half Baked than at Harold and Kumar, and I was not in any kind of state when I watched either of these. So I'm gonna push a Half Baked instead of Harold and Kumar.
All right.
No.
I mean,
But I do like all
allowed.
of the people in both of these movies. I think they're all great.
Yeah. Tim, you are correct. You cannot end sentences with periods.
It's punctuation.
Nope, not allowed. You also apparently can't put the thumbs up emote on things because people think you're mad at them. So.
God, we live in a weird place.
We do.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. That's it for this episode of Off My Shelf. Until next time, you can follow along on Instagram and Twitter at ohmyshelf, or you can send an email to ohmyshelf@gmail.com. On the next episode, we'll be talking about an odd combination of films again. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and Heat. Hope you'll be here to listen.